from anywhere. I mean, in conference
Calm
games
down with all that
last year, he made
scoops.
42.
Woo!
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, see, he nasty. He nasty.
I'ma block his number if you triple text. You could take me shopping, but you still can't get no sex.
Yo, what up, y'all? I'm back, baby. Let's talk about it, man. Welcome back to the channel. This is Full Court Heave. I'm your host, Shaygoon. I know it's been a minute. And I know I said I was going to do playoff games. A lot of things happened, bro. A lot of things being I tried to upload 2 times. It did not work, and I was behind on games, and it just did not work. Anyway, let's not get distracted from the point that we're all here. Why is the reason we're here? We're talking about the draft, man. Thank you to you for sticking around and popping up for another video on the channel, man. I really do appreciate it. I have a different approach. I feel like we've been learning as the channel has been growing. I heard the news. Raptors lost their lottery pick this year. I know. When we take a look big picture, I think we're fine. And the reason I think we're fine is this draft is all over the place this year that we don't know where people are going to drop. And I think we can get a lottery talent at our pick at 19. I think we could easily trade into the lottery if we want to, and there's going to be some decent prospects left at 31. It's not a super strong draft, but still things to be excited about. And we keep our pick next year and have the option to bottom out and tank if the season is going that way next year. So what I thought we would do is take a look at a couple of the prospects that I got lined up that we could potentially take at 19. And I'm focusing on 19 because I feel like a lot of those players will still be there at 31 potentially. We're going to take a look at some of those players, see how we feel, look at their highlights, and kind of just gauge. And we're going to look at 5 players today. When next video, we can do another 5, so on and so forth. So I'm going to ask you to put down your comments a player that I do not bring up in today's video, and I can take a look at them in the next video. That being said, let's start. 5 players. Today, we're starting with the man, Isaiah Collier. That's what we're starting with. Big body point guard.
From Perry.
Look at that burst, speed. I see a lot of comps to Tyreke Evans. I don't know if I see that. I think he's faster than Tyreke Evans.
His first points.
And he's stronger.
Gets the rebound. Now he just.
So I don't love the comp. I think it's just the way he gets to his crossovers and things of that nature, and roughly the size that I think is giving people Tyreke Evans comp. I don't think that's a great comp personally. Maybe y'all do. But I like it. 6'3", 6'4", like a right around there. I don't know what his weight is exactly, but strong guard. And I think it works with him because he gives you something that IQ does not give. That downhill driver. That's his game. He's trying to get in. He's trying to bang. You know what I mean? He's a very physical player. So I feel like that would work as a backup point guard coming off the bench, changing the style of play at the point guard position. Or, you know, we could talk about potentially playing them together. Because of his height at 6'3", 6'4", it's not the tallest shooting guard, but it can happen. And we've played Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet before, so I personally don't think it would be such a big issue to play them both together if it turns out that Collier is like a huge part of your team. But yeah, he has a different level of speed. Is he the fastest player in the draft? I don't know the draft well enough to say he is or is not the fastest player in the draft. But he's got that strength. The question is, how much does he have to like grow from here? Look, he's blowing past these dudes. He's going right past all these Kansas State players. There's no question for that.
You miss it. Just ISO.
See that burst? We don't really have anyone who can get downhill like that. RJ's probably our best bet right now. Adding another player like that, I'm there. So what's his draft range? Oh, good pass, boy. Good pass. Saucy. Saucy.
America that they are better on the
I mean, I think before this college season started, he was going to be a top 10 pick. Now at this point, it depends. I see him getting mocked a lot around like anywhere from, I'll say, like 12 to like 17 is his normal range. So if he gets to us at 19, that is a drop. I believe that's a drop. Because I think once you get to the mid-teens, that's where I feel like a team is going to take a chance on his talent, on his speed. Like his athletic tools alone, you're going to take a chance. Good take. Good take. I don't know, man. I'm excited about him. I think Collier nice.
He stayed when he was there.
What are the odds he gets to us? Oh my lord, that was nasty. Boy, if you don't
from anywhere. I mean, in conference games
down with all that
last year, he made
scoops.
42.
Woo!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, see, he nasty. He nasty. If he is there at 19, I think that's a great pick. Personally, I think that's a great pick. Yeah, let's continue on. And we're going to go to the next player. I would say Isaiah Collier would be pretty high on my board if I'm looking at my board for the Raptors at 19. Next guy that we're gonna look at today. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off, man. You already know who we talking about here, man. You think it's somebody from Sanford? Nah, bro, it's the big man Zach Edey.
Volleyball team.
Zach Edey's draft range is really all over the place, and I know some people hate him as a prospect. I've seen, even a couple times I mentioned him on the channel. The comments have been pretty decisive over Edey. I think he dominated too much at the college level for it to not at least partially translate. Like, he's better than Boban. If you don't think he's better than Boban, you're tweaking, bro. He moves way better than Boban. Does he move as good as like a Walker Kessler? No, he does not move as good as Walker Kessler. But he's not that far behind, in my opinion.
He is phenomenal.
Like, you got to play a drop coverage, but do you not have to play a drop coverage with Brook Lopez? You know what I mean?
That happens without him. Edey puts it up and draws.
I think you take Edey.
Smith to Edey.
His potential, if it works,
for that to take the shot there.
Like, you gotta you gotta think what's the worst case scenario and what's the best case scenario. In an unknown draft, if you gamble on what the 7-4, dude, I'm not mad at that.
Jones for Edey.
Who won the College Player of the Year, dominated.
Sweet 16 team.
And he liked it.
You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a lot of teams that just absolutely cannot match up with him. How does he do on the defensive end? Like, we can take a year or two to figure that out. And we have Poeltl. Depends if we keep him Poeltl. That's a whole nother thing, man. Do y'all want to keep Poeltl? I feel like it's very all over the place with that right now, because Poeltl can definitely get you a top 10 pick in this draft. And where does Zach Edey go? I see more recently mocks saying Edey is like top 10. Y'all boys taking Edey top 10? If you got a top 10 pick right now and we took Edey, whoo, that's a big take. That's a little different. I would consider it, but I know some people would lose their mind, and that's super fair. I'm not mad at you if you think I'm crazy for even considering Edey in a top 10 situation. Edey at 19? I'm taking Edey at 19. I feel like him, Collier would be like, if they're both there, that's a super tough pick for me. I don't even know who I'm taking in that situation, but I don't know. I feel like Edey is a solid player, and I think the potential with him is being slept on. And he showed well at the combine. He was shooting a whole bunch of stuff, but like, it's hard to really look at these highlights too much, because like, who is even relatively close to his size? Like, oh my gosh, he's bodying me. He is absolutely bodying me.
Smith eyes up. Morton on the drive.
But if it works, you have you could have your starting center right here, and a dominant center. I want to gamble, man. Get the dice out, man. I'm trying to gamble on him. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
3-point shooter, very good shooter.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
what kind of opportunity?
It's so hard to watch these highlights because, like, who's matching up with him in college, but who's matching up with him in the NBA? You're looking at like 3 centers that might have the size to be with him. You know what I mean? And that's him as a rookie. Like, he's gonna do that all day. If you don't think he's already better than Taco Fall, you're sleeping. You did not watch college basketball. He's way better than Taco Fall. I like it. I like it. Hey, bro, I'm already sold on Edey. You ain't got to sell me nothing. You ain't got to sell me nothing. His hook, touch is amazing. We got to see if that shot is really there. He's going to be able to block shots. It's just how much can he move on the perimeter. That's what we're going to have to find out. But I like it. I like Edey. I like Edey a lot. Next person that we're going to look at here, Devin Carter. Devin Carter, I don't think he falls. I don't see any world where he falls out the lottery. He's such a good defender. We just saw how a defensive-minded point guard works with brother from OKC. Oh, my Lord, what's his name? Kyshawn Wallace. We just saw how Kyshawn Wallace worked out with OKC, fitting a role right away, and there's potential for him to grow. Devin Carter might be a better prospect. I don't know. Great defensive player. Stupid athletic. What, he had like a 42 vertical? Oh my Lord. Son of an NBA player. Maybe more sauce? Even though oh my Lord, that boy is nasty. Whoa, hold on. I didn't realize his highlights was booming like these.
Just out. Carter.
Big shot. Oh my gosh.
Carter.
Yeah, I would love Devin Carter at 19. I think there's a negative % chance he makes it to 19, though. I think if you want Devin Carter for real, you got to trade into the top 10. I'm not going to lie. He's top 10 to me. Look at this boy. Oh, my camera froze. Yeah, this guy's a freak. He's a freak of nature. And he doesn't have a crazy... Oh, my Lord. Nah, these highlights are nasty.
Pierre to Carter. Got it.
His form looks like there's a little hitch in it, but he hit a good percentage. I think he was like around 40, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even higher.
Carter.
You know me, I don't have the stats on deck right now, bro. I'm just living in reacting
Transition for the Friars.
and thriving.
Carter
Tough take. Tough take. Tough take.
Victories in their season openers. Carter.
He's a very confident shooter. And his handle, like, you're not going to see a crazy dribble package. But I think even he said at the combine, he gets to where he needs to. And he's the best guard defender in this draft. Maybe second best defender behind Ryan Dunn overall. But, like, yeah, he's a monster. He's a monster. How much do y'all want to trade into the top 10 of this draft, into the lottery, let's say? How many of y'all want to trade into the lottery? Y'all think it's worth it?
Devin Carter.
Y'all think it's worth it?
Hopkins in 3 feet. Nice kick. Carter, you bet. Wow, nice inside out.
Good help by Black Berlin.
Oh my gosh, he actually hooping out here.
He's so active, isn't he? Carter. I thought he walked.
I think this dude's a monster. I think he's a monster.
Miss, couldn't hit the putback, and the Friars run it out. Carter all the way.
Just go right over you. Damn.
A nice night. Navigates out of the
That's such a tough shot.
Carter,
That shit crazy.
Pierre on the break.
Yeah. Sign him up. Sign him up. Need him now. Sign him up. Get him on the team. I don't like. What are we talking about? First 3 guys. I feel like if they are available, if only one of them is available at 19, I think it's not a no-brainer because nothing's a no-brainer in this draft. But like, I love all of those picks. Okay, last 2 a little bit less known. Still gonna be known for anybody who's been really looking at the mock drafts. You're gonna be aware of these dudes.
He's already got more
Kyshawn George
than he had all of last season.
from Florida. I believe he's 6'8".
Penetration. George.
Shooter, scorer, crafty player. No burst. No burst. Do not expect highlight dunks, but he can get to that jumper.
So much so that
Not super strong.
in this game.
George
So he's a gamble to me. But if it works, I do like it a lot. He's got a lot of height. I feel like there's oh my Lord.
George gets free. He's got 16 in attack mode, working on Madsen.
Damn, bro.
Floats it up.
He's got some really nice moments, man.
Spot up 3 is good.
Like he could fit in really well alongside Scottie, Gradey. Oh my gosh.
Driving it around Barrett. Scoop shot, yes.
So he's a real big gamble. It's either a lot of potential, but there's a lot of bust potential. Like I've seen some of his movements remind me of Delano a little bit. Like if Delano was a little bit less athletic,
back in the game.
and if he could actually shoot.
To the corner. George fills it up. Joseph from the line to the lane.
How do you feel? I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of people like super sold on him. He's a gamble player for me.
Ready to fire as soon as he caught it.
Because he struggles to get by guys at this level, so that's what gives me a little bit of concern at the NBA level where the athletes are better. You know what I mean? But he's super skilled.
Selfish Miami basketball.
So him at 19, or if he falls to 31, I would definitely consider him.
But if you were going to put the biggest
there for sure.
Scorching sun, scraping up your knees, coming back in the house,
tripping on rocks,
you know, like
nobody.
Does he just become like a craftier player in the NBA, where he's already crafty, but he just becomes a guy who doesn't rely on his speed, but just his craft to just get into the lane, do what he needs to do, floaters, mid-ranges. There's a lot of threes in this highlight package. Like we're not seeing a lot of mid-ranges. A couple drives to the rim, but nothing too crazy. But he's really just flame throwing that thing. Don't care if there's a hand right in his face. Give me that. Yup, need those. He's interesting. I think the other 3 are more. I'd lean to those more at 19, but I would not be mad. I would not be mad. It depends on who's there at 19. I really think there's going to be some people you're going to be surprised that are there at 19. That's the thing we gotta think about.
Finding daylight narrowly, and he throws up an air ball.
All right, Kyshawn George. Like that. All right, last guy we're looking at today, Jaylen Tyson.
Back from
someone else I've seen mocked to the Raptors a lot. 6'7", maybe 6'8" wing.
For his defense.
He played a lot of defense at his previous university. I don't remember what school it was now. But at Cal, he was everything. He's their scorer. He's got a lot of maybe the best
Everybody's
at creating his own shot in the draft. Is that too crazy to say?
When you have the NCAA tournament or postseason basketball,
that was a double dribble for sure. Can hit the three.
It's kind of the motivator.
I saw a comp of Karis LeVert, and that one seemed
don't lose your confidence.
pretty reasonable. I didn't hate that comp.
Shoot shots at you.
A little bit more physical in the post, so get you on a post up. And then if it's a smaller defender, if it's a big defender, you try and cross you up, get to his bag. But he can do a lot of different things, man. The three, of course, we need shooters too.
Another basket if we're Cal, maybe that's
and like
off the schneid, gets our confidence.
Look at the handle package. Okay. I like it.
Costly turnover.
Like it depends on how you feel about Nwora. If you have feelings like Nwora could be a big part, they're somewhat similar.
Santa Clara doing a nice
I think you
job.
could have both of them on your team, obviously, too. I'm not saying you have to have one or the other.
A little one-on-one. Nice take.
There's some similarities there. I think he just has, because he was the number one defender on his previous school, I think there's more defensive potential with him than Nwora. The pass. But I just like his craftiness, man. I feel like he can break down his defender better than any of the other guys that we talked about.
A rebound in their own board here.
The pass, good move.
But I guess it's easier to do when watching.
Kick it. See my guy?
Committed to going to the.
Oh my gosh!
Look out!
I would love him at 31. I would not be mad at him at 19. But another guy that I'm very interested in.
Plus, he's spending one more year with Dad.
Saucy. Oh yeah.
Also,
see, smaller defender. Get to a post up. Bigger defender. We go Sauce. We're gonna do something.
Boot still not out.
All right, this highlight mix ain't even that crazy, but you know what I'm saying. What do y'all think, man? Couple prospects, couple things to think about. There's some rumors swirling around Raptors land too. We can talk about Wiggins. We can talk about all those people a little bit later. But today we're just looking at those 5 prospects. What do you think out of that group of 5? How would you rank them? And what prospects do you think I should look at going forward? We got to cover so many. You know what I mean? This draft is all over the place. I think we're under a month, right? When is the draft? It's 27th. Yeah, we're under a month away from the draft officially. We're going to hear more news heating up about rumored trades and rumored workouts and all this stuff. So, hey, man, I'm still here. I'm still posting. You know me. Every now and then I got to take a little, you know what I mean? I got to take a little hiatus, but I always come back. I would never leave you. You know, I had to go to the store. I had to get some milk, but I'll come back. I'll be there. Anyway, that's all, man. I appreciate the love, support. If you're new to the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. More videos on the way. That's all I got. I'm out.